So coming up, the next session is on how blockchain NFT is transforming virtual worlds, and we are very pleased to have Mr. Sebastien Borget, CEO and co-founder of the Sandbox, to share on the application of blockchain and NFTs in the virtual gaming world. Now, without further ado, let's hear from Sebastien to learn more about the exciting work of the Sandbox and how the blockchain is transforming the gaming world.
Hello everyone, my name is Sebastien Borget. I'm the COO and co-founder of the Sandbox, and I'm excited to be here with you today to talk about how blockchain and NFTs are transforming gaming
Oh,
and
here you got
virtual
it.
worlds.
Okay, okay.
So let's jump in right now, talking about the main benefit of blockchain and NFTs. And to do so, I'd like to introduce, for those of you who are not familiar with non-fungible tokens, what it is exactly. You're familiar with Bitcoin, Ethereum. Those are cryptocurrencies. Those are fungible tokens where each Bitcoin is the same as another Bitcoin. They can be interchanged and you can have 0.0000 up till 18 decimal of a Bitcoin. Non-fungible tokens are a unique item. Every single one is unique and cannot be interchanged with another, like a gold sword and a silver sword. They are unique. You cannot have 0.0. You have 0, 1, or multiple copies. And one of the first application of NFTs has been games like Virtual Cat with CryptoKitties toward the end of 2017. And well, now you're seeing more and more NFTs everywhere. Like every day in the media, in the press, you're going to see NFTs. CryptoKitties is still hugely popular, but now you're seeing also NFTs from crypto art, NFT into gaming, and even NFT into more like finance and DeFi. So more financial asset, anything can be actually tokenized as NFTs. And what are the main benefits for NFTs? There are essentially four main benefits. The first one is the fact that they convey true digital ownership to the owner. So the NFTs are actually stored in the user wallet, and as such, the user can transfer them to other users, can even trade them on marketplaces outside of where the NFT was originally acquired. So in a permissionless manner, giving like total freedom to users to decide what they want to do with them. Also, blockchain enables, like through the transparency of the public ledger, the security and immutability of the NFT, as well as introducing a value system where if the creator of that NFT, whether it's a game developer, an artist, or etc., define there's only one or 100 copies of them, there will be ever only that numbers, and it's provable on chain. And finally, one of the most exciting opportunities is called cross-application interoperability. It essentially means that an NFT that's been made in a game or application A can actually also be used in application B and convey different rights for the owner of that NFT. We'll talk about it a little bit later today. But so why are we so excited about NFTs and digital ownership? Essentially because it could increase conversion. In today's gaming market, it's a $160 billion market in 2020. It's essentially driven by free-to-play, where only 3% or less users are paying to support this economy. We believe that with true digital ownership, there will be more conversion, and so users will essentially be more entitled to spend in those games because the content they spend can actually be resold or transferred to other users. So it's not perishable, it's not consumable or lost as virtual currency or virtual items in free to play. And as such, just a single 1% increase of conversion could translate into $20 to $25 billion extra revenue. Also, NFTs enable to increase participation and engagement in game. They introduce this paradigm of value and asset and encourage lasting participation to create more adoption and more value, because the more you contribute to the NFT, the more the community and users own the game asset instead of the developer, the more that community of users has actually a stake in the platform and is actively participating in the success. And as such, there's a large avenue for growth. Like right now, there's 2.5 billion gamers in the gaming industry. There's 4.5 active internet users, 8 billion human on the planet. We do believe that this gaming can grow, and it will grow with blockchain and gaming. It's also creating more adoption through skill reduction, making it more accessible, more casual. You don't need to have AAA or esport elite team skills to be involved with games. And with just this very basic notion of like the game items I buy somewhere are mine, I can be transferring them, I can be selling them, I can make a revenue from them. So, and we're seeing already that growth, like starting towards the end of 2017 until today, there's an exponential growth of NFTs that's been carried over by games like CryptoKitties, by art marketplace like Super Rare, by um, also game like Axie Infinity, or new virtual world like the Sandbox, which is a gaming virtual world only from blockchain where creators can make their own NFT, they can trade, they can monetize the games, and they can really participate in the virtual world. So, and beyond, before I'm talking about even more into the application of NFTs to virtual world, I want to jump in quickly on like all those big brands, all those major companies that are already being involved with NFTs. There's NBA with game NBA Top Shop. There's Ubisoft, the gaming company, AMD, sports with MotoGP, Formula One, football, so rare, etc. And this is just, we're just scratching the surface, as I mentioned. So let's jump right now into virtual worlds. Virtual worlds, if I may just focus on 5 virtual worlds, we can remember about Second Life, World of Warcraft, VRChat, Minecraft, and Roblox. Those are massively multiplayer social virtual world that has been existing for decades. They have millions to hundreds of millions active users, but there's one major drawback. Like they are all acting as walled garden economies where all the user, the identity, the content from the user is actually locked within this platform. And there is no possibility to open up an economy, to open up trading, to open up an ecosystem outside of it in really fair, permissionless manner, such as the one I'm describing through the use of blockchain technology before. And the main restriction from those walled garden economies is like the developer or like the developers or the platforms operating those virtual worlds are essentially acting as like the the gatekeepers to opening like a potential more value to the community of users, creators who are contributing to the success of this virtual world. They define the rules, they define what can be sold or not, and restrict it very often. Like so, that's been, we believe, a major hurdle to adoption and a big miss in terms of opportunity. So we would like to create greater adoption through a more transparent value system where all the users are actually involved and rewarded for the contribution they bring to the growth of those virtual worlds. And there's already several projects that are contributing to this idea of open metaverse that is based on blockchain and NFT. The Sandbox, one of the most anticipated blockchain game of 2020, with over $2.5 million in land pre-sales, as well as major IPs and brand as partner. Decentraland, which was initially launched through an ICO in 2017 and is now already live in beta, running successful events, having wearables and game experiences. And then there's more appearing: Crypto Voxel, Somnium Space, Terra Virtual, which shows that this open metaverse can be made of several cool, engaging virtual worlds that all have their own specificities. And they all share this same vision, this same ambition, that they are shifting power to the users, to the creator, to the gamer. They want to be open places where users can transfer the value, create, monetize. And how are those virtual worlds really transformed by the use of blockchain and NFT technology? Essentially through 4 main aspects. The first one, the most obvious right now, is lands. Lands are essential in virtual world. They are the location where the different experience or games are located, and they imply a logic of socializing and neighborhood, like they define where you are in a community. And so in those virtual lands, users can create content, they can monetize their game, they can, for example, create new business model where they're going to rent them to other creators, and they can create those communities which are neighbors next to each other. So you can create games next to big brands or next to like the theme park of Atari, etc., and start earning revenue and building an economy, just like in the real physical world with real estate. Here we are talking about virtual real estate. Avatars define the identity of players, and those avatars now are interoperable and can transfer from one virtual world to another. You can customize your avatar, you can buy skins, equipment, wearables, even names to make truly yours. And it's a major change for players. Like instead of starting from zero every time that they move to a new virtual world, they could keep their identity and keep that identity across those different worlds. Content is king in virtual world, essentially user generated one. And with the right tools, artists can make their own NFTs, their own content, sell it on the marketplaces of those virtual worlds, and monetize their skills, monetize their creation. Also, this content comes with the scarcity, like you can make really legendary, very rare content that will potentially be more valued if it has a clear benefit for the users, for the game creator, where they put them in their games. So content is king in decentralized virtual worlds. And finally, the economy underlying, opening play to earn essentially to the users who are parts of those virtual worlds through native tokens. Sand, mana, cubes in Somnium space are native tokens that are listed on exchange that have like market caps of several millions of dollars, and they are used for medium of exchange, essentially enabling to monetize the games, sell the content, the land between users, as well as involving the community in the governance of this platform via community-driven DAO, allowing them to define the future of where those virtual worlds, which are going to be 100% decentralized, are going to, as well as other opportunities like bringing staking, rewards, etc. It's really the beginning of this new play to earn economic model where you can play for free, you can earn through the time and skills you dedicate in the platform, whether you play game or you create content or you create game or more sometimes. And it's really disrupting versus existing centralized virtual worlds. So all those benefits are made possible through this technology and enable this new circular economy. And it will encourage more lasting participation, more interest for the community who contributes in terms of content on those platforms and contribute to bringing this new paradigm of value and assets in virtual worlds. I have a few less than 1 minute remaining to tell you about the Sandbox. Sandbox, as you can see on this single picture, is essentially a gaming virtual world, really focused around games. You can create and play games, you can create content, earn by selling it, explore the shop, explore the virtual world and the map. You can own parcel of land in this map. You can socialize and interact with other users. And something really unique at Sandbox is you can also interact with IPs and brands like Atari, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Shaun the Sheep, Smurf, Care Bears, and many others that come. So creating cool games located right nearby those big brands in our virtual world is something really exciting. And we have already a large community of landowners, more than 3,500 who participated in our pre-sale, and over hundreds of thousands of users with Sand token who also are major contributor and sharing this vision of an open metaverse, which I'm happy to invite you to join us in the community to discover and learn more about decentralized virtual world, about NFT, and potentially be interested to contribute as well in your turn. So yes, jump in the metaverse, and thank you again for watching this presentation today.
Thank you very much for Sebastian's wonderful sharing on the latest development of blockchain gaming.